when that stuff came out, like the Me Too stuff a couple of years ago, and they were talking about how girls were like sleeping with directors for roles. And then this guy I would probably F, and then
Good shit.
this guy
Good
I would
shit.
kill because
Okay,
I don't.
you gotta be specific. Anthony Dream Johnson.
Oh, sorry, Anthony Dream Johnson I'd F.
What would?
And Jack Murphy.
No, you flipped it. You wanted to kill him.
No, I wanted to kill this guy.
No.
But I want to tell you a story that really made me dislike men for like a really, really long time.
I'm good. Hey, Miss Pearly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I had a couple of questions for you concerning the video you did about hating men. Do you remember that video?
But they painted the girls as victims. But I'm like, why'd you do it?
But I want to tell you a story that really made me dislike men for like a really, really long time.
Uh-oh.
And I was curious, what is your stance on the Me Too movement as of now?
The Me Too movement?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Me Too movement.
But I want to tell you a story that really made me dislike men for like a really, really long time.
What about your accusations? Like when you got the guy fired from his job, do you still feel the same way about that situation?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, because I had evidence. So if you have evidence,
what evidence was there? Because you said that you were talking to him about showing you were telling him that you weren't getting hit on at school and guys weren't checking for you, and then you said that he told you, well, you know, you're gonna be fine, you have a nice rear, right? So we're like, you kind of brought that up to him, and then that I'm not gonna say that was right, but it was a bit sketchy.
So personally, I think that's weird. It's not illegal. It's not, you can do what you want. It's a free country, but my sister was coming up and going to be his coach next. Or she was going to be coached by him next. So, I mean, personally,
but
I had evidence. I had evidence. It wasn't just me. There was multiple people. The second that they turned 18, he would hit on them.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here. Can
I just finish? If you think that's okay, that's your prerogative. I think that's weird.
Here I come to save the day.
Hey, let me jump in here for a minute, because what Sister George is referring to is your recounting of a situation. I take this was you was in school at the time, high school?
Yeah, it was right after I graduated.
But I want to tell you a story that really made me dislike men for like a really, really long time.
I was going, okay. So you have an
No, it wasn't. It was after you went off to college and you came back, man. See, this is what I'm saying, man.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way.
Yeah. I didn't have the evidence, he would not have gotten fired. They don't.
I'm not a coach. I never have been a coach. I probably will never be an athletic coach, but just on the outside looking in, that looks inappropriate to me.
Definitely. I agree with that. It is inappropriate.
And again, if I didn't have the evidence, he would not have gotten fired. They don't just fire people for no reason.
But what type of evidence did you have? Because, and then, you know, because there was a couple of things, and I know it was a quick video and there were certain details that were left out, but you know, it just looked super sketchy. Because he hit on you guys after you turned 18. Now, I'm not saying that that's appropriate, but it's definitely not illegal. And you said that you actually hated men when you're in a space that actually are advocates for young women. You yourself have been an advocate for young women, right?
Have I been an advocate for young women?
Men, period, tend to like younger women. It's just
Of saying that don't wait around until you're a certain age because your numbers go down. Of saying that
on the bitch, you know what I'm saying? I hate this type of shit, bro. I hate this.
of saying that don't wait around until you're a certain age because your numbers go down. Your sexual market value goes down,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know that older men with resources tend to like younger
Mhm.
women, right?
Yeah, I know that now.
well, men.
I didn't know
period,
that
tend
when
to
I
like
was.
younger women. Men, period, tend to like younger women. It's just the men that have the
Yeah.
resources, and have the means and the
Yeah.
wherewithal, are
Look
in a
at-
better position to actually get them.
Look at. If you think that's normal to coach a girl from 14
It's not
to
a fact
18,
of me thinking that it's normal. It's a fact
Mhm.
that you're in a space that thinks that it's normal. The manosphere have been
No,
super
no,
advocates
'cause
for
I-
dating
that's
Yeah,
young
not
hang
true.
on
women.
a second. Hang on
Here I come to save the day.
a second. Hang on a second. Let me sort this out.
Mhm.
Danielle, have you ever known me? And you know me for some years. Have you ever known me to say or even suggest that hitting on a woman who isn't even 18 is okay?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So who are these individuals? Since you open this can of worms, who are these individuals in the Black Manosphere you're talking about? Because it ain't me.
Yeah.
So a manosphere talking point has not been that women, when they get older, they tend to date themselves out of the market. That was a talking point of Kevin Samuels, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
Got him.
You then went to the gym with him, right?
What are you talking about?
Got him.
Bar, she got creeped out at the bar and then met him somewhere else when he was drunker. Fuck that part.
The second
Didn't really make a complaint initially, but it seemed like she made the complaint after she deemed that she wasn't special. And I was just kind of curious about it.
Oh no, I had immediate complaints. Immediate.
But you went to drink with him at a bar.
Got him.
Were you scared? You
I went
didn't.
to-
It was like you were creeped out. When you told the story, you seemed very creeped out, but you didn't seem like you still went along with things. And I was so curious about
No,
that.
I mean-
because
Fuck the bar. She got creeped out at the bar and then met him somewhere else when he was drunker. Fuck that part.
The second that I realized what he was doing, I left. So
No, you didn't. See,
you then went to the gym with him, right?
what are you talking about?
You said that you went to the gym. He owns a gym. You said that you went to the gym with him, right?
Yeah, because I didn't realize he was trying to like look at.
Oh,
The
okay, right.
second-
So I'm
the
trying
second-
to understand. Is the gym before the bar, or is the other way around? I'm
It's
trying to
after the bar.
yeah.
Was it afterward or before it?
It was
After.
after the bar.
After the bar.
Yeah, I went to the gym. He was a coach.
She wanted to go brag and have
Yeah. See, the bitch can't tell me she went to the gym with a drunk coach. See,
like she had she wanted to go brag to her friends that she had a drink with her coach, right,
Okay.
Pearly?
Okay. Had a drink. Okay.
Yeah, I had a drink with him. I didn't want to sleep with him.
Well, I was about to.
wow. See, that's that Me Too shit right there again, bro.
Still
Okay.
things that happened on your end that what
You're
I'm
right.
saying.
You're right. I put myself in a
Okay.
situation I shouldn't have been in. You're absolutely right. Like
Okay.
I
All right,
I
so
should
we
not have
both
put myself
agree
in
on that point. Let me ask you something else, Daniel. Since I got you here, you and Concrete Rose had a very pointed show the other night, very
Yes.
recently,
Yes.
in which you basically more or less agree with Omawali Africa that Just Pearly Things is something of an interloper and a carpetbagger and getting on through profiteering off of Black women and making them look bad. Do you still support that position, or has it changed over the course of this interview?
Should tell Simone don't have no fucking experience.
Is what you said. So you knew before you left for college that he was planting seeds. So why didn't you do anything then?
Because he didn't try to. I didn't know before I left for college. There was stuff that, like, in hindsight, was weird, but I didn't really think about.
What's
but
weird? Because
no,
you say weird, but
Hang on,
define weird.
hang on,
Do you
See,
let me finish?
hang on, hold on a second. Miss Sexy Red, please. She has to have a chance to respond. Go ahead. Just
But I think the main thing, the reason I got him fired was because he tried to sleep with me. So when that happened, and then I found out that he was going to be coaching my sister, that is
he tried to sleep with you as a fucking adult, bitch.
Calling you. Okay. When you got back home and you got to the original bar or the restaurant, that was the first place that you went to. Okay. Then when you left, you said he kept calling you. So then you finally met him at the gym. And
which usually had people there.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Okay.
hang on
You're
a second.
cutting me off.
Hang on a second. Okay, look. We're going to have a civil conversation.
That means
okay?
that Mighty
This
Mouse
is a very
is
contentious
on the
topic,
way.
sensitive topic, Me Too, etc. We're going to have a conversation here. I'm going to open back up your line, Miss Sexy Red. I'm going to give you a chance to lay out your position, and then Miss Just Pearly Things is going to respond, okay? Here we go. All right, go ahead, Miss Sexy Red. You have the floor.
Yes, so you went to the bar, you left, he contacted you. You said you felt uncomfortable after you left the bar the first time. You had an underage, you had a fake ID. You said that he kept trying to get you to use it. You said you no longer felt comfortable. You left. Okay. Then he called you to go and meet him at his gym. And then you said nobody was there. And you were taking shots together about 30, 45 minutes later. Don't cut me off. 30, 45 minutes later, you said that he propositioned you for sex. And then you said you were not about that. And then you left. Okay. So you had an underage ID. You already had that. Why did you inform him that you had that ID? If you felt uncomfortable in the first place.
Miss Just Pearly Things, go ahead.
I was proud of the ID at the time. I thought I was like kind of cool for having it. I was 18. So I like, to be fair, I told a lot of people about that ID.
Right. You know what's interesting about this? And I want to get Sexy Red's opinion about this. When Kevin, I don't know if you remember this, Just Pearly Things. Kevin would have conversations with black women, and he would ask them about their dating and mating history, and they would frequently say, "I was young." I don't know if you remember that or not, but he would ask these ladies, and their response would be, "I was young." Sounds like to me you was doing things that young people do, which is often dumb.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm not gonna say, I shouldn't have put myself in that situation. Like I absolutely, it was so stupid of me to put myself in that situation.
Yes, she's admitting fault. Yes, that's what we need. Yes.
But he was my coach for forever. I didn't.
Right. Yeah.
And so as soon as he was trying to sleep with me, I left, and that was it.
Feel uncomfortable before then because you said he was planting seeds.
There was times in hindsight that were weird. In hindsight, because it's like when you think of someone that you're coaching with, like it's like you think back to things and you're like, oh, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? But at the time, you don't think anything of it.
Yeah, and my understanding of predators, to be brutally frank, my understanding of predators is that they tend to work in fields where they know the object of their predations are prevalent. So in other words, if you were into young girls, then you would want to be in a working environment where you'll be around them a lot. And
and predators are not waiting years to take advantage. That's not what they do.
And they know how to. Their response was,
I don't talk about my.
Okay, but she came from a two-parent. Okay, but she came from a two-parent household. So why didn't you tell your parents that he was making you feel that these weird conversations that you were having? Because you trusted him with certain things like parties that you went to.
See, She said it wasn't weird until she came back. So she again.
You felt insecure about, you talked about your body with him. Why did you felt it was okay to talk to him about that, but not your parents?
Because I wasn't gonna snitch to my parents. I was going to a party. You serious?
So once you found, so once you found out you weren't special and you told your friends that you finally you had a drink with your coach and everything, you found out that you weren't special. And that's when you decided to go and file the paperwork to get him fired. That's how it. Let me finish.
Yo, I can't wait till this nigga story come out.
Yes, I got him fired. Doing the same thing to multiple women.
Finish, please. That's how it comes across. So you go ahead out that you weren't special. And that's when you decided to go and file the paperwork to get him fired. That's how it. Let me finish. Finish, please. That's how it comes across. So you go ahead.
When I found out that he was doing the same thing to multiple women, yes.
This went in a direction I was not expecting it to go.
We're gonna have to come back to that because I'm confused.